Just wait for some people to get in here. I'm just kind of relaxing. It's been a very, very long day. Been a very busy day. Just waiting for some people to get into the room. Let's mix this up. Let's set a new track record. Because right now, I only got one person, and I'm sure it is my producer, Vulture. I know that I started a little early. And if the well, we got two now. Welcome. T-Bone. T-Bone first in. Well, I don't know if you were first in, but T-Bone. Randy. 25's big ass nose in the house. How is everyone? Like, seriously. I was thinking about this today, and I want to wait for this to build up a little bit. I know we got 5 in here. He was second. Oh, okay. Randy was first in. You just didn't say anything. Guys, like I said, I don't mean to sound like a broken record. I really, really don't. But, you know, pretty much every single bit of content that I have ever done online, no, I'm not buzzed. Not buzzed at all. I did smoke a little bit of weed earlier, but that's about it. Why do I have Chinese eyes? Hold on. I know that's racist to say, but yeah, no, definitely haven't been drinking. Yeah, no. Yeah, yes, I see. Okay, let me ask you this. What's up, Chase? Okay, so, I say yo. Okay, all right. So while you were on the yo, I got to wish my former boss, maybe one of the greatest broadcasters that I have ever worked for, Bubba the Love Sponge, celebrated his 35th year, I think, because I saw it all online. His 35th year in broadcasting. Jesus, it seems like it has been, because I've done 20 plus years. But what Bubba has accomplished over his career, yeah, times might be tough right now, but think about this. The guy, I know it's nothing to brag about, has one of the biggest FCC fines of all time, was nationally syndicated. And I want to just say congratulations to one, Bubba Clem, Bubba the Love Sponge, for 35 years in the radio industry. And say what you want about him, and this is not a dig. You know how they always say cockroaches are going to always be around even if a nuclear bomb goes off? Bubba is a survivor. You know how many times the trolls, the haters, all had him out and down for the count? Guy's still around. Guy is still around, making a living. The guy, pretty much none of, well, maybe Blitz. I don't know if Blitz was a part of the original cast when Bubba moved to Tampa. But for the most part, it is a fresh, brand new. None of the OGs are there. None of the OGs are there. Bubba's still there. Bubba is so good, he makes stars out of nobodies. And I'm one of those included. The guy put me over. See, that's the thing about it. A lot of you marks out there don't even know this. Like, if Bubba wants to pit somebody over, Bubba pit somebody over, and guess what? The fans will want. Yeah, they'll be like, yep. Seth is definitely over. Oh, I mean, listen, 25's big ass nose. I'm trying to keep things positive. I don't censor people on this live stream. If that's your opinion, that's your opinion. I'm just trying to keep things positive. But like I said, big supporter of First Amendment. So say whatever you want to say in the chat room. I really don't give a fuck. As long as it's not racist ass shit or homophobic slurs, yeah, I really don't give a damn. So, but what I'm trying to say is that the guy has worked for the biggest radio personality of all time. And before I keep moving on, if you're in here right now, I'll get to that 25's big ass nose. If you're in here right now, please share this on your social media. Just go to any of my social media accounts, twitter.com/Tuddle, facebook.com/Tuddle, instagram.com/Tuddle, and share it. Please share it. And if you're in the room right now, give me a thumbs up. I want to get let's get this up. I think the most amount of people that I have ever what up Iggy T, the most that I have ever had during a live stream at one given time was 52 people. Now, you got to also understand, I'm not just saying 52 people watched. You know, people jump in, they jump out. I know right now people are busy. They're probably eating. They got to take care of the kids, whatever it may be like that. So they come in. What's up, Andy? How are you? So 25's big ass nose. You said I'm better off without him. You know, I was thinking about this today. And a lot of you guys think that I am struggling right now. I really do not live an extravagant lifestyle. But the money that I'm able to make off of this podcast, off of my YouTube channel, yes, it's not a lot. But guess what? Do you know how proud it makes me feel that I created something? I busted my ass to make this thing grow. And I did it all without any terrestrial radio promotion. Yeah, I was on Bubba's show the other day. I was on Brent's show. But, oh, here comes a guy in his big diesel Cummings. Here, listen. Yeah, dude, listen. Buddy, here, come on. Give me some credit. I don't want to show off. The guns are kind of going. How you doing? I mean, they're getting kind of big compared to what it was. The forearms are looking pretty good. Shoulders are looking good. Yeah, the Tom and Dan exposure. Yeah, the Tom and Dan. Thank you, 25's big ass nose. I really appreciate that. So, but what I'm saying, though, is that when I first started this podcast, this guy's going to park right there while I'm doing my fucking live show. Hold on. We'll see how it goes. Oh man, see, I think everything's a fucking conspiracy theory. What? Can you guys hear that truck at all, or no? Or is this mic screen? Yeah, we can hear it. We can't hear it at all. Okay, cool. So then I'm just going to ignore it. When no, it's not the Jeep guy. But when I first started this podcast, you know, it sounded horrible. And I know that I keep saying I'm going to review some of my first show. I've already pulled the audio, and it's really, really embarrassing to listen to because that's how bad it is. But do you know how humbling it was when I've worked on some of the... Hey, David Rivera. When I've worked on some of the biggest radio shows in Central Florida. Think about this. Ron and Fez, Monsters in the Morning, Drew Garabo, The Phillips File, Bubba the Love Sponge, Mike Calta, Shannon Burke. Some really, really big names where a lot of people were hearing me every single day. In those first couple of weeks, I was getting 25 downloads a day. I was like, you know what? I wanted to give up. I was like, fuck it. I'm done. I am done. Yeah, the poison. It is. But I did. I was going to give up. I was like, you know what? I've been busting my ass in radio for way too long. I've seen so many other people get ahead. And listen, I don't want you guys to think that I have an ego or anything, but you gotta admit, there's a lot of people that have made it way further than I have with less talent and work less and not work as hard as I do. But then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it 3 months. And then in those 3 months, you know what I decided to do? I'm going to do talked about Cal Ripken the other day. I wanted to see how many days in a row that I could do a podcast. I even did Saturdays and Sundays. What's up, Cornelia in Orleans? Why? What is going on here? Like, seriously. Why is this guy just parked out here? Like, seriously, it's a goddamn conspiracy. I really, really do think that this guy has parked out his Cummins diesel out there and has left it running. Like, seriously. Yeah, I do need to get a mic stand. But I did I did. I went 3 months. And I know that a lot of you guys probably like, oh, Tuddle, that's nothing. You just talk. Do you guys also realize that, I have done shows by myself? Okay, so, all right, then I'm just going to ignore it if you guys can't hear it because it is just loud as hell. I mean, that's a testament to this microphone. If you wanna know what microphone I'm using, it is made by Rode, R-O-D-E, Rode, R-O-D-E. They sell some of the greatest microphones, which get the one-way directional one. No, I'm not in the bathroom. Yes, I did do the best of shows on the weekends. But, for most of my radio career, I always had somebody to play off of. And I don't know. Let me ask you guys. The show that was on today, if you listened to the Tuddle Daily Podcast today, what did you think of the show that me and Ciroc did? Because I love working with Charlie and Lamo. I love working with Ciroc as well too. But I would like to get your honest opinion. If you don't want to do it here in the chat, you don't have to mention or comment. You can email me, tuddle@gmail.com. That's Tuddle with 2 Ds, Tuddle @gmail.com. Or you can leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. Yeah, I really, really do think that me and Ciroc have got some great chemistry. I think myself and Charlie and Lamo have great chemistry. So what I'm trying to say is that every once in a while, I do like having somebody on. I do, yeah, and I'm glad you bring that up. People always ask, like, why do you do 2 shows a day? I do 2 shows a day. Do you want me to be honest? The recorded one. All right. Hey, man, 25's Big Ass Notes. Thank you for checking it out, man. I appreciate everything that you support me doing, supporting all the content. But I do the YouTube live stream because it is live content. The podcast, I really don't do a lot of editing when it comes to the recorded podcast. Thank you, 25's Big Ass Nose. But I don't do a lot of editing when it comes to the recorded podcast. I just pretty much like let it rip. And then I just put it up there. But there's nothing like doing live content. Yeah, I know. Listen, trust me. Trust me, it is coming. A lot of you guys have always heard me promote my PayPal. See, that asshole finally left now. See, you'll be able to definitely tell a difference. Yes, I'll get to that, T-Bone. But, you know, how I give out my PayPal account, paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. That's paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. You know, a lot of people always ask me, why don't you do Twitch? Why don't you do Twitch? You can get bits. You can make money. You know what? I think interview your listener hotties would be fun. Yeah, I mean, I would love to have Miss YQS on. But the reason I give out my PayPal account is because I would rather be on YouTube. Guys, does anybody else find it hard to believe that you can get away with more on YouTube than you can on Twitch? No, it's just not as simple as YouTube. Trust me. You cannot get away. You can't get away with anything on Twitch. You really, really can't. YouTube, yes, you can still get a ban. And, you know, the more and more that I look at it, I think it is kind of bullshit. I think it's kind of bullshit that Bubba and them did get a little bit of a ban for a week or two on the YouTube channel. I mean, it is the opinion of a doctor. What are you trying to do? Well, I'm just trying to build something for myself. I'm trying to build a platform. I'm trying to build a platform that, yes, do I want to get back on terrestrial radio? Yes, hell yes. I love doing terrestrial radio. But whatever show that I go on, there's going to be a stipulation. Like, I'm still going to have to be able to be allowed to do my podcast. I still have to be allowed to do my YouTube live stream. And because that's important to me, I've built an audience. I've built a group of supporters like you guys that check out my content every single night. I mean, that's how it's grown. But back to the PayPal thing. The reason... Oh, man, I hate talking about myself in interviews. Well, but the reason that I bring up the PayPal thing is I've just been letting that... I've been banking it. Because I want to be able to have a studio like Tom and Dan. A mediocre time with Tom and Dan. Like, that is... I'm envious. I know Bubba has his own studio. But for a podcasting group, for Tom and Dan to walk away from the biggest, not one of the biggest radio conglomerates in the world, iHeartRadio, with, I pretty much know the contracts that they got. You're a pretty likable guy. Give it time and you'll have your own whack audience. It was the best move those two could have done. Yes, I agree. Dude, you would be shocked the amount of money those two walked away from to go do their podcast. Like, seriously. And now, see, think about this. Tom and Dan left the biggest radio company in the world to go do their own podcast. Yeah, by the way, YouTube premiere at 9 p.m. Probably wondering why I am wearing this collared shirt. This weekend, I am actually playing in a golf tournament. Not going to say which one, but I am playing in a golf tournament. Now, I've never been, like, the best golfer, but it's been a couple of years since I played. I went to the driving range in New Smyrna Beach, and I did a video. I recorded myself at the driving range. And please don't think I only left in the good shots, because I left in some very, very embarrassing shots. But guess what? Once I got it dialed in, and I'm getting a golf lesson tomorrow. Have you guys ever heard me talk about Daniel? He was my neighbor here at the Hobo Fish Camp at one time. He is deaf, but he played golf on the collegiate level. And he is going to give me a golf lesson tomorrow. So I'm going to do that. But yes, I see. I didn't want to look like a complete asshole when I went out there to play. But I will say the golf tournament that I'm going to be playing in this weekend, I'm going to have some amazing content for you coming up on Monday. Because there are a few other... No, I had... Okay, so I had about a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind coming in. I think my longest shot was about 200. I did a 200-yard one. But when I first started, I was slicing it like my name was OJ. Like, seriously, it was there. But that's why I brought out the tripod, to be able to film myself, look at the mechanics. I was able to figure out what I was doing. But I want to have somebody that's really, really good, like my friend Daniel. Daniel, you know, the hearing impaired Daniel, the one that used to go to the movies with me all the time. He's going to give me a golf lesson tomorrow, so I'm all ready. Now, I've got I got the black slacks that I'm wearing. But let me ask you this. Would this be corny or not? See, this shirt, look at this shirt right here, okay? Now, you guys know that I've lost a lot of weight, but I've been putting on some muscle. This is a large. I want to go a size smaller, but I want to go with the red collared Nike shirt, a la Tiger Woods. Would that be corny? Would that be lame if I did that? Because right after this live stream at 9 p.m., you're going to be able to see my day at the driving range. And I will admit, some of the shots were pretty goddamn embarrassing. They were. But I got a hold of a couple of them, man. Straight ripped it. See, but I have a big-ass head, Dan Jordan. Like, seriously, I'm embarrassed to wear snapback hats because people look at it, and literally, I am not lying to you. When I wear snapback hats, it is on the very, very last notch. It is. I'm just thinking of Tiger Woods. Yeah. Hey, I used to party like Tiger Woods as well, too. But... So that'll be coming up at 9. If you're in the chat room right now, whatever, after I've never, well, the one thing that they found out about Tiger Woods is that he made no attempt to hit the brakes. Yeah, stay away from Perkins. Dude, I used to eat at that Perkins too, right there near Windermere. I've been in that Perkins. What size head do I? Almost a size 8. Like a 7 5/8 will fit me pretty tight, but I feel comfortable in the next size up. Yeah, I know that they found the cause, but from everything I'm reading is like he didn't even attempt to hit the brakes or anything like that. And you know that he just had the back surgery again. You know, Tiger had already gotten pulled over once for being on the bikes and the Xanax. Yeah, he never hit the brakes. But I already lost my train of thought. Yeah, I did go to that Perkins though. I went to that Perkins a couple of times, and he loved to pick up the Perkins waitresses. What the hell is that about? Like, I mean, that's a weird ass fetish. Do you think the reason why Tiger was like a sex addict and stuff was because, you know, these young athletes, that their fathers just stay on top of them to like just be the best at the sport? Because, you know, Tiger was playing golf at a very, very young age. Do you think Tiger actually had a normal childhood to be able to meet chicks and bang them? No. Poor Tiger. Elin, whatever his hot ass woman's name was, waitresses, yeah. You know, I was still working at Real Radio when that happened. It was one of the biggest ass stories out there. Luckily, Windermere is one of the most well protected, yeah, Windermere, but I forget the name of the development. God damn it. Once again, CTE and all the brain damage I've had from stunts and stuff. What is the gated community right there in Windermere where, like, Tiger Woods stays, Shaq had a house? Whatever. I can't even remember, but yeah, it is Windermere. I know it's Windermere, but that place is so well protected. None of the media was able to get in there. And his hot ass, blonde hair, Swedish wife took a driver and basically tried to take his head off, and he ran into a tree. Anyways, I feel bad for Tiger. Everybody thought he was gonna, beat Jack Nicklaus's record of all-time majors. I just don't see that happening, especially after this accident. But yeah, coming up at 9, right after this live stream, you're gonna be able to see my day at the driving range and see how crappy I looked. I don't think I'm gonna be the worst player there. It's gonna be a short stream today. But I want to promote an interview that I did today that will be on tomorrow's show. I interviewed it is Isleworth. Thank you, Dan Jordan. Isleworth is in Windermere. But I ended up talking to author David Paris. And you're probably like, who? Go to his website, davidparisbooks.com. This guy ended up contracting COVID-19 at the beginning of the pandemic. He was in a coma for like a month or two. And it was just such an interesting story. And I don't even want to tell you anything about the interview. I will say this, okay? I did ask him, when you're under in a coma like that for that long, do you dream? Do you dream? It was such an interesting answer. It fascinated the fuck out of me. And it was really, really good. It was great. You know, like, I'm everybody keeps saying Twitch this, Twitch that. That's why I give out my PayPal. PayPal.me/Tuddle on the radio. You can donate, even if it's $1. You can ask anybody that has donated money to my PayPal account. I write every single person back and thank them personally. It's not one of these, like, already, like, done, like, formatted email returns. No. It's personalized. I thank everybody. But, so if you want to help me out, all the money is going to go to buy new equipment, to be able where I can take live phone calls. Like, if I could take live phone calls during this live stream, would you guys call in and talk to me? Or how about this? If any of you guys have a workaround on how I can take live phone calls on YouTube, please let me know. You can email me, Tuddle@gmail.com. It's Tuddle with 2 Ds, Tuddle @gmail.com. Or you can leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. Somebody earlier asked, yes, I did. I took my mom and dad to the Volusia County Fairgrounds today, and they are now vaccinated completely. Now let's just see how they're going to be, how the second shot is going to affect them. Because I've heard some pretty bad things on it affecting people. Now, I feel like I got to sneeze. You ever hate that when you get that tickle in the back of your nose? No, I guess not. So I took them to get their second shot today. When my mom and dad got their first shot, get a track number phone for it. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. When I took my mom and dad to get their first jab, it wasn't that busy because you got to remember Ron DeSantis had not like opened it up because right now here in the state of Florida, it's 40 plus now. I wanted to get mine today, but guess what? The place was packed. Now, if you had already had your first shot, you basically were VIP members. You went straight to the front of the line. But this is what I don't understand, okay? You know, they're talking about not being able to vaccinate people enough. Sorry. You want to know? Okay, so when you go get your first vaccination, you have to fill out all the paperwork, okay? But then when you get done, they give you this card, and it has a barcode on it with all your information. We get there, and my parents get their second shot. Guess what? They had to fill out the same fucking paperwork they did the first time around. Now, just think about that. A lot of people think, oh, well, you know, it doesn't take that long to fill out paperwork. Well, guess what? How many more people? Because, listen, there's a barcode. They give you a card when you get your first jab, and they say you have to bring this back. Why can they just not scan that card? Because you've already filled out the paperwork the first time around. And we had to fill out the same exact paperwork they did the first time around. Think about, all right, so say that takes a couple of minutes to fill out the paperwork, all right? And now add that up for every single person. You're talking maybe what? What do you think? Maybe 5-6 hours that you're losing there? If you just add